Maybe not, but I told him to do a local reporting at least, so that way he uploads later.
Yeah, so now it's an official match.
Taking Tekken quotes, sir? How dare you? No, just kidding.
Yeah, how dare you?
What did I say?
Get ready for the next battle.
Did you go 0-2?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not allowed
Hey,
to
I
say
took
Tekken.
2 rounds off gun mode, okay?
I was actually using Leroy.
That's actually pretty good.
Oh, so we gotta change the.
I took 2 rounds off gun mode as Bob.
I feel like that would
Yeah.
also block off something.
Are you local reporting now?
Well, let's find out.
Alright, so
Honestly,
I don't know if this is live or not, doesn't matter. We are in winners top 8 right now, and again, I am joined with.
Hangman Kid.
Oh, let's go.
All right.
So we got top 1 season 2 and season 1, but just people didn't know, and
Yep.
season 3 top
The top
1.
2 characters,
Yeah,
man.
top 2 characters right now.
So
Let's go.
previously you guys were seeing casual. Now this is an official tournament match.
We do apologize for this Leroy interruption, but you know, hopefully it'll be
All
okay.
this Akuma interruption.
Oh, going for that tricky combo.
Oh my god. Naveed is such an interesting player. He plays so many characters, but he brings something unique to every single one.
That's true. He understands the game at such a deep level. He may not be able to explain it when people ask him, but you can see it being displayed. Like, his knowledge is very apparent when you see him do some of the stuff he does.
Exactly. He plays with such a level of what's the word, like competency that you don't see it with anyone else. But on the other hand, we have someone who's very sneaky in the game. He has a lot of tricks. He might not be as polished as Naveed, but he has a lot of tricks in his bag.
And what better character?
What better like that?
Oh, he's still alive, still alive. Oh, it jumps over. Oh, the downfall. Ant-Man special.
Only
Is this gonna?
Naveed.
But will it whiff? Yes,
Oh,
it
no.
will. Okay. Oh, what's this Shoryuken?
Oh, the whip!
Sorry,
The
we're probably
punish.
peaking super hard. Sorry, guys.
We're already off to a great hype start.
So you know I've played against enough Akuma when I know things are gonna whiff like that.
I know. I had a feeling something was gonna jump over someone's head. You can never let your guard down.
Oh, I thought he was going for a new combo there, but it just seems to be misinput. Still ahead in the damage game right now.
Oh, that string, all guaranteed on hit.
But I guess the beauty of using Okumura against Leroy is a lot of his stuff at best, some of his things that should be more punishable are maybe 10 or 12, somewhere in between there. Okuma can really capitalize on that, which I think it makes it a bit tricky for Leroy. He's still in a position where he has to still 50-50 guess all the time.
Yes.
And when Leroy tries to retaliate, if Akuma has blocked everything or made the right option, he could kill with it, you know?
Absolutely.
But not many characters have that.
We have not seen these two characters interact on the screen, I think, at any level.
Have we not?
I don't think
Really?
so. Well,
Oh,
we
okay.
haven't had a tournament yet. I mean, sorry.
Oh,
A
maybe in
TWT
Australia,
tournament.
maybe
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
So we've already seen Leroy pairing some of Akuma's overhead stuff. I'm very interested what else he could do here. Meanwhile, though, this combo.
Nice.
Oh man, wall to wall.
Look at that damage. That's like one average Leroy combo, to be fair.
That is true. I
Oh,
think Leroy still has this cane here, which he may.
Oh!
That's a
it,
Raimi
that's
red.
it. That shit. Look at that health. I'm pretty sure he's dead right now.
He is dead. Oh no, he's alive.
Okay.
He's
Oh.
gonna jump over.
Oh!
Rami's popping off. Rami's popping off.
He's popping off. All right.
All right.
Sorry, I'm gonna leave you guys. I'll be back because I'll probably get eliminated by top 3, so I'll be back for top 3. I just gotta play Daniel, and he'll make it quick. Don't worry. I'll be back soon.
All right, so Brownman's leaving as the cast. All right, Hangman Kid will carry this solo for a while. All right, so we have so many killers in this tournament here, but let's not sleep on this winners match here. Winners round 1, I believe. Oh man, the jump over into the low. He's staying grounded. Wild time get up kick. Tried to frame trap there, but Naveed has too much patience. Red fireball. The spacing, he's playing at Kakuma's range. He's trying to bait out a 4-4-3 from Leroy, I think. Getting poked down. He opted for the for the frame trap there, and Naveed sweeps his leg. Now we go to round 2 of this game. Naveed is at he just won his first match. He needs to win one more to proceed to the next round of winners. Rami pulls out the Eddie. So we know Rami is the Victorian Eddie player. I think still the only top level Eddie player in Victoria. Yeah. Okay, so I've just got called out to play, so now there's no one to commentate, but I'm sure Naveed's beautiful playstyle will keep you occupied. So take care, guys.
How you going? I'm Ducky, and over here sitting next to me is Blind Duality.
How you going, everybody? So I think you're making your commentary debut as well.
Commentary debut, that's right.
And what a match to commentate. We're both very familiar with these gentlemen, Hangman Kid and Gypsy, two of the strongest players we have here in Melbourne. They're both new, started in Tekken 7. This is going to be a very interesting match. I think usually Gypsy has it over Hangman, but I know from experience that Chip has he has trouble with Hangman's style, and I think a lot of people do. So it's going to be interesting to see how he adapts.
Yeah, I mean, the two of them played a first to 20 at one of the locals not too long ago.
Right.
And the final score was 19-20.
Yeah, well,
so very close between the two of them.
Yeah, they're both very evenly matched.
Yeah.
It's just going to depend on how it pans out in this particular game. It's going to be interesting to watch.
Absolutely. There's Hangman with his signature hood up. This means he's
it powers
taking
him up.
Seriously, yeah, that's right.
Although I don't think that's not the hoodie that Derek gave him, so I think he's missing a bit more power.
Yep. Yeah, you got to wear the extra special hoodie. Complete the set, all the different colours. He's been finding a few different ones, I think, in different places. Alrighty. Both playing their signature characters, Shaheen and King.
Obviously, Shaheen versus King wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, it'd be amazing to see something else. Who knows, maybe we'll see a Leroy.
Everybody, we're going to have to watch out for some giant swing fundamentals, as I like to call them. Very, very strong play, usually from Hangman.
Yeah, absolutely. He buffers that out of pretty much anything.
Yes.
You got to watch out for it. And I swear, with Hangman, like the number of times, he's pretty good, I think, at locking onto your timing.
Yeah,
like
he definitely focuses on that for sure.
Definitely. Like I've had a lot of times with that.
Now Gypsy will be employing the slide mix-up mind game immediately. He does like to go
There
to
it-
that.
oh,
Nice
good
Jaguar step. That's a great tool against slide.
I'm surprised that does it actually like low crush when they do
It
that?
does, yeah, he's airborne.
That is actually a good option then.
You can actually float him out when he's in Jaguar step.
Nice. A lot of pressure. Oh, look at that. Oh,
Nice, good timing on the slide. You can see that Hangman is using Jaguar to get himself out of the slide mix-up, so Chips has to change his timing. That was the right punish, just a bit slow.
oh, Jaguar
There we
step
go again.
Gets a combo this time. Good pickup from Hangman there.
And he has rage, so Chip has to be careful here.
No rage for Chip yet though. Oh, catches
Nice.
him trying to Jaguar
Float.
step out. Nice. First round for Gypsy. Very technical players, both of them as well. They're both very
Down
kind
the
of thoughtful, and they kind of feel you out.
They definitely
Poke
think a
away.
lot about the game.
Oh, maybe a little bit too much Jaguar step now.
Yeah.
I think Gypsy's already kind of adjusted to it.
Chip's
He
definitely
started to
using
change it.
moves
Yeah.
that can float Jaguar.
Yeah, that's something I find with Chip is he adjusts very quickly. Like when you kind of think that you've got something that's working, he's like, all right, you've done that a couple of times, I'm ready for the next one.
Well, if he's played you before and he knows your character well enough, he's
Oh.
usually prepared.
Block the slide, but no pickup for Hangman. That, I mean, I'm sure King's got something
Punish.
he can do to get a combo off of
Yeah, he
slide.
can.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Gypsy loving that Season 3 change, getting that extra bit of damage off of every slide.
Ooh, he's hard committed to duck there, and it's worked out for him.
Hangman left in rage again. Oh, good pressure by Gypsy,
Closes
not
it out
giving
with
it
down
away.
forward one.
That was a quick first match. Gypsy keeping
It's very
the pressure
hard
on
to come
strong.
back against Shaheen when
Very
you're
true.
down, especially when he's pressuring with down forward ones, because it tracks really well unless you step left.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to just be giving up your turn, stepping constantly.
Yeah, that's right. It'd be interesting to see what Hangman does against that. See if he can try and put a bit of pressure back against Gypsy's slides and mix up there.
He's definitely thinking very hard if you watch the camera there.
Yeah, I see that. He's in deep thought, meditation, if you will.
I wonder what is going through a King main's mind.
You say that like there's an issue with being a king.
Oh, shit, I just
it
realised
doesn't
he
floor
got
break that
Forgotten Realm.
He probably chose it so that.
Pretty sure
Wouldn't
this
be
gentleman
one
has
break.
told him before that he doesn't like Forgotten Realm, so
Yeah.
I feel like he's a goddamn liar.
I feel like Hangman's going for throws that aren't going to break the floor because Gypsy will assume that he's going to do that kind of throw and try and break that one, right?
Yes.
Ball in the corner, rough spot for Hangman. Here we go. Oh! Galaxy Brain move, the neutral jump.
Excellent. So neutral jump down 3+4. Good hit confirm.
Good parry from Chip. Going downstairs. We're going to make it to the wall. Not quite, but
I
good
didn't know
follow-ups.
that worked.
Oh, if he let that rip, he would have had a wall spot there.
He's being really aggressive now.
Yeah, wow. Well, Hangman not giving up any pressure here. Oh. That down 3 from Shaheen is so quick.
It tracks really well and has such long range as
Long
well.
range, that's right.
On hit, it's got a great mind game.
Good follow-ups after it too. Good punish. Great punish. Great follow-up. Ooh. Ooh, look at this. Good throw mix-ups from Hangman. Hangman, I think, going for the low.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Finish him off. I think Hangman was going for the where that Jaguar leap can be low if you get far away enough.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice parry.
I think that's the classic. I was sliding, getting a low parry,
yeah,
low parry.
That's the accidental parry just coming out of the slide. Or, you know, you could call it just a strategy, really.
Oh, it breaks the floor. This is not going to kill.
Oh, not quite.
Oh! There's the funky hitbox of down 3. Robbed.
Absolutely robbed. That hop knee, that could have gotten a lot more momentum back to Hangman. He's going to be reviewing that tape later and shaking his head.
Using the orbital to get the delayed timing after 2-3.
Oh, it's not over yet. Hangman fighting back. He's going against the wall. Oh, no splat. No
Hangman just goes absolutely crazy.
Oh!
That is like the Hangman trademark. When he's losing, he just goes completely mental.
He just goes nuts on you. Just comes back out of nowhere. Man, that unblockable moonsault he does there, like that thing. It's like sometimes you can get out from under it. Sometimes you can roll over to the side, and then you'll manage to get up. But 9 times out of 10, he just lands right on you.
Has a very unusual hitbox.
Yeah. It's the kind of situation where even if you lab it, it'll still get you.
Okay, so we're 1-1 here. This is going to be interesting to see how both of these guys are approaching now. Hangman is definitely playing much more aggressive now for sure.
There's that buffer giant swing we were
No
talking
tech
about
on the
earlier.
giant swing.
Oh, very good
great
option.
Jaguar step. Chip needs to calm down now.
Jaguar steps back, baby. Maybe Gypsy is going to go for a few of those options to cancel out the Jaguar step again. I think it's a forward 4 or something he was using earlier.
Oh, don't know if that was a misimport if he was reading Dick Jab.
Right.
Because that 4-4-3 will go over Dick Jab.
Oh,
just a hop
round
knee
opening
reading
hop
generic
knee.
down 4. Good Oki here.
Oh,
Yeah.
gut punch. Hangman fighting
Hangman
back.
is just beating Chip with buttons at the moment, making all the right reads.
Oh,
Good hop kick. He's got a lot of damage to recover here.
is this going to go back Gypsy's way now, though? I mean, he's put the pressure back on.
He's got the rage drive.
Both in rage. Oh, down 4 seals it out for Hangman. Match point to Hangman. He can get
Nice,
this.
good step. Probably
This
didn't need to take that risk considering the leverage he has at the moment,
Very true.
but he didn't lose that much damage.
Maybe he was feeling a bit gutsy.
Yeah,
Good old slideys. Fastest slide in the West. He's ready.
see Chip's really trying
Yeah.
with this slide mix up, but the Jaguar step is blowing it up. It's
Yeah.
very hard
You can
to play
them
around
both-
that.
You can see them both kind of feeling it out, like as he does the slide.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. He just kind of feinted it, waited for the Jaguar step, and followed the Jaguar step with the slide. That was an interesting choice. Worked out well for Gypsy there. Is this one? This is winning. So is this first to 2 or 3?
I think it's 2.
2.
Could be wrong. Hopefully it's 3.
Got a signal from our tech guy over there. It's 2. Just making sure.
This is a crucial round.
Yeah, quarterfinal, not final. There we go. I just read the top. Took me a second.
Oh, trade.
Oh, such a tense
Nice
moment.
flow.
Oh, faked it.
Oh.
Good choices there from Gypsy.
Okay, who has the composure to take this out? Nice duck.
That would have been a giant swing.
This is something that Chip likes to do. He has talked to me about that. But if he thinks the throw's coming against King, he's just going to duck and launch.
Right.
Nice giant swing.
Just like a quick little
He
flash
has to
up.
tech this. He
Yeah.
does.
Checks it. Saved himself a bit of damage.
Oh, no duck.
Not counter hit. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
here we
he
go.
gets a counter hit.
Last moments.
Oh.
There it is. Well played.
Excellent match there.
Hangman putting up quite a fight, but Gypsy taking it in the end.
Well, you talked about the first 20 they had ending 2019, and that's exactly how that match panned out.
That's pretty much exactly how it went. A lot of very good play from both players, but Gypsy taking it in the end. Do we know who we have up next? Or?
Yeah, do we know who we've got next? Well, whoever it is, it's going to be a good game, that's for sure.
I'll pull up my own.
Oh yeah, I've got my phone.
See who we
Naveed
got.
and Romney played before.
Just waiting for the good old 4G to kick in. So we got.
So Chip's going to be playing Naveed, not next, I don't believe, but that is a match happening in the future.
Yeah. We've also got Groundmen and Friendly Tree coming up eventually. But down in the losers side.
Snoozer beat Daniel 2-0.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I wonder if that was a Ganryu mirror, because I know Snoozer's been playing Ganryu a lot
That's
since
right.
Season 3 came out.
He's been playing it through this whole
Because
tournament.
Ganryu is
so
actually quite good.
yeah, it'd be pretty interesting to see how that match had gone. If it was a double, a mirror match or not, that'd be pretty
Yeah.
interesting. I'm not sure if Septic Wolf versus Kinetic has happened yet. But otherwise, it's probably going to be Kajeski versus Luna. But it says that match is in progress, so probably.
Okay, looks like it's
that.
Gunmo versus Hangman. So Hangman is getting a second spot on stream here.
There
This
we
is
go.
losers.
Hangman again, Gunmo. Gunmo, he's got a very kind of aggressive style, I think.
Yeah, he does. He's definitely aggressive.
Yeah. A lot of wave dashing up to you, a lot of making very good use of.
Damo's saying something now. I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I think he's calling them off, maybe?
Pulling them off, putting someone else on.
Cheers, mate.
Get out of here. Get out of here. you were just on there. Don't be greedy.
All right, so we've got the blank CouchWarrior chair versus another blank CouchWarriors chair at the moment.
They don't seem to be getting along very well.
No,
They,
they're facing away from each other, actually.
they can't see eye to eye. These two have just been, they've been at each other's.
Quite quarrelsome. So we've got Brown Man versus Nick, also known as a Friendly Tree.
Friendly Tree.
Now,
Who's
Friendly
Brown
Tree, well, we haven't had a Rambat since last year, but towards the end, Friendly Tree has definitely been doing very well. I think the last Rambat, if I'm not mistaken, he came third.
Third.
So he's definitely been getting top 8s for sure, top 5s
Was that
most of the time.
was that the famous Angry Tree episode, or?
Oh, I'm not sure. Angry Tree usually happens on his stream.
Yeah.
I take great pleasure in that.
I forget which Rambat. It was either the last one or the one before that. But people were saying it was Angry Tree because he just went beast mode. His Nino was really on point that day,
yeah.
and he was plowing through the competition. He's taking down everyone left, right, and center. He played very well that turn. So it'd be interesting to see Groundman and Tree play though. They're both very highly skilled players. I mean, Tree knows just about everything there is to know about Nina and all the situations they're in.
Yeah, he does have a lot of knowledge, that's for sure.
Yeah. He's got his what's the name of the series? Stringing them along.
I think he's got a bunch of different series names. If you haven't followed him, please go on YouTube and follow a Friendly Tree's YouTube channel. He gives out a lot of great content. I believe recently he's done more Nina stuff as well. But before that, he was doing a lot of stringing them along, as you were saying, which focuses on different defensive options against characters, strings, and options that they have.
Yep.
So it's very informative, especially if you're a new player, for sure.
Yeah, I think he just recently went through Ganryu. I think.
Did he? Right, yeah.
So
Very
definitely
topical.
get on there if you're having any troubles with that character. But yeah, no, very, very helpful, very informative stuff on there. He's also got a Discord you can join in, especially if you're a Nina player. All two of you out there.
All the Nina players play online. So this is going to be interesting to see, for me personally, who Brown Man is going to pick, because I was talking to him earlier. He did say he wanted to use Dragunov, but I know that he picked Heihachi in his last game, I think. I do want to see the Dragunov. I feel like he should play Dragunov a bit more. I just get that up to par that his Heihachi is at.
I haven't seen his Dragunov personally, but I think that Dragunov is a very strong character in Season 3, and it's great for tournament. Like, it's got that level of consistency that I don't think Heihachi necessarily has.
For sure, yeah. Well, they're kind of both execution heavy in a way. I was actually talking to Brownman yesterday about Dragunov, and as good as I think Dragunov is, I still feel like the nerf to running 2's hitbox has changed him so much that it makes him a lot more difficult to play. Because it's so easily steppable now after Season 2, yeah.
Oh yeah, I hadn't realised that it changed that much. I haven't played a lot of
Yeah, well,
Dragunov.
it wasn't something that was in the patch notes, but it's very obvious.
Right, yeah.
I guess that's why you don't see Dragunov players now. The only people playing Dragunov are those that have always played Dragunov, like JVCR and Novi.
We've got a really really solid knowledge of his tools,
Yeah.
and can make use of everything, not just running 2.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was part of what made running 2 so oppressive, was that when it was coming at you, you can't challenge it, you can't step it, you kind of just have to take it
very
and,
hard to
and then wait for what he does next.
Okay, so we've got Groundmen on Heihachi against a friendly tree with the loyal Mina, obviously.
Here we go.
Starting with a back 1-2 counter hit.
Strong start from
4-3 wall
Groundmen.
splat.
Friendly tree.
That's a very good ender now, the running 3-4. He's
right.
good Oki.
Friendly tree. I was watching a couple of his games today, and his Oki's been quite strong actually. He's been chasing people up wherever, any time that they were getting up, he was landing a lot of different sort of mix-ups on them.
I think she just killed Heihachi.
Yeah, he broke his neck. It's over. That's the end of the fight, guys. Let's move on to the next match.
Oh, that's the classic brown man.
Yep.
The while standing 2.
While standing 2. It's got a little bit of a sidestep on it.
Has a lot of bit of a sidestep on it. One of the most evasive moves in the game.
The Haji. Oh.
Oh. The classic.
Landing.
You
a heavy
always
hit.
have to be scared when you
Yeah.
block a jab against Heihachi and he has rage.
That rage drive is brutal. Hachi's got definitely a lot of good tools. Even if there is that execution barrier to...
I think the down 4-2 just caught his backdash there.
Oh, good timing on that spring kick. Oh. That was a tough situation for Groundman to come back from.
They're both buttoning a lot here.
Yeah. Friendly Tree making good use of his plus frames, but Groundman patiently waiting it out.
Tries to duck.
Oh.
Misses the hell sweep.
Misses the... Oh. Good combo against the wall there.
Oh, if that had a wall splat, that was game over.
If they were on the other sides, it would have
Yeah.
been a wall splat. But because of the direction that move pushed it, it was away from the wall.
Crushing the down 4. Evil missed, wall splat. It's really, that's actually really hard to whiff punish. I don't think it's actually, it's not really worthwhile trying. You really have to sort of duck it and just get out of there.
Recovers very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially from setups like that.
Makes it a pretty good
Power
option
crush.
against the wall then. Wow. Friendly Tree, that was a lightning fast first game. The pair of them.
Oh, he has not taken enough time for me to be satisfied with that, to be honest.
You think you should have taken a bit more to think about it?
Might have to have a stern
Reset.
talking with him.
I mean, I've heard him chastise other players, saying...
Yes, he definitely has, actually, come to think about it.
I've heard him muttering under his breath, "Oh, come on, man, don't get straight in there. Oh, come on, just give it a sec, just give it a sec." That's always a scary one.
This is really a battle on Oki situations here.
Definitely. The two characters both very strong on Oki.
I think Groundman needs to dial it back a bit here.
I think Friendly Tree just won on just technicals there.
Wow, I did not realize up forward to high crush like that.
Wow.
Ooh.
Was that an automatic block?
No.
No. So he must have... Oh!
Groundman is choosing the wrong buttons at the moment.
Match point
And Nick
for
is getting a
Friendly
lot of
Tree.
counter hits.
Match point for Friendly Tree now, eh? Oh, there's the evasion on that move working out.
Forward
well
3
again.
is a homing move, so I don't know how that just happened, but it did. I guess it beat it on frames.
That's a good point. maybe it's got a bit of inconsistent evasion as well as the sidestep involved in it.
Oh, no punish on up 4-2-1. No duck.
Oh,
Friendly. Oh.
whoa! What is happening? We're getting very turned around. That was a
Good performance by Nick.
decisive match. Well
I think
played by
that
Nick.
Nick gave Groundmen a lot of opportunities to beat him there, but I don't think Groundman's head was in it.
There are a few whiffs that I think Groundman could have capitalized on, but overall I think Tree's playing very solid today. He's definitely not easy to go up against.
Tree has changed his style. It's coincided with how well he's been doing recently. I think he's just become a lot more aggressive. And I'd like to take credit for that because I remember telling him to do so, not last BAM, but the BAM before that, which just so happens to be about the time he started doing well. So
Two BAMs ago.
if only I could take advice like that myself.
I'll definitely attest to that. Like when I've seen Tree play in the past, he was very kind of. I think sometimes he would often give up his turn a bit too much, where he would basically try something. He would know he doesn't really have enough frames to go and do something guaranteed, and then he would stop, which would often just turn the momentum back against him.
He's very frame reliant.
Yeah.
And frames, speaking as someone that learned the game entirely by
You
frames,
also have the curse of knowledge.
not particularly. Frames, they're an excellent guideline, but you have to look at it more so in how your opponent responds in the situations you're being put in.
That's right.
Because it doesn't matter if you're -9, if your opponent blocks this move and doesn't do anything,
That's right.
or
You have
does
to
something
be
extremely
observant.
slow, for example.
Yeah, you have to be very observant. And then also, like, if you're at +5 and you're always trying to go for a particular option after that, your opponent can often figure it out
Yeah.
and then respond accordingly.
For the most part, there's always ways to get around every option that someone takes in the game.
That's right.
Okay,
And
so we have Naveed versus Chip. I think the last time they played was when Naveed won the Rambat, and Chip actually reset on him while Naveed was trying to do snake edge combos. But still, he did play very well. But Naveed's chosen Devil Jin here. Devil Jin is definitely one of his best characters for sure. So
Yeah,
let's see how this pans out.
I haven't actually seen him play Devil Jin in tournament.
Naveed just plays characters all over the place.
He's
You
played
never know
everyone.
who's going to show up with.
Yeah, you see him playing. He played Kazumi against me today.
Right, yeah. I
actually-
did see that. That was very surprising.
Yeah, and then usually see his Marduk and then his Dragunov.
His
at-
Marduk is
at-
my favorite character for sure.
Yeah, I love watching his Marduk because
Down
it just
15.
makes people cry.
So it looks like Chip's going to be trying to initiate catching his timing with
Very-
down 4-2.
Very good job blocking that Hell Sweep there.
Interesting.
Chip really playing an aggressive game. He was dashing in his face, trying to
Yes.
goad out response.
He's
from
definitely
Naveed.
not playing scared, that's for sure.
No,
And that's what you
definitely
want
not.
to do against Naveed.
Look at that. But he's also he's not overdoing it as well. He's kind of backed off a bit now after starting off like that.
Yeah, you have to change up your
Yeah.
style. Nice house sweep.
Nice. It looked like it was almost a punish for the whiff there though.
Yeah, I believe it would have been. Imagine getting a house sweep punish on a -14 low.
Yeah. Steel pedal. Oh, nice.
Good play by Naveed, just keeping him out, keeping his lead.
Very sort of safe and compact play from both of them. That's probably actually a good option for that mix-up because it would hit the slide, it would hit him while he's crouching, and it would probably catch him during the hop kick.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably a well thought out option that Naveed's choosing there to challenge Gypsy's mix-up. Whoa!
Oh,
The easy okay.
That's one of those ones you do not feel good about, that's for sure.
The sidestep 2 easy okay.
You don't even know what the read is, but it worked. That's the worst part.
That thing's a monster. Look at this. Look at this insane, just movement-based mental.
Catching him with election. A wing god this actually.
Oh,
Doesn't get to scaling.
yep, good slide from Chip. Oh, where's his? where's his guaranteed damage? Did he just not do it fast enough? Or
Just as perplexed as you are.
yeah.
I think it might have been one of those range things, but I didn't think that that move had the range options.
Is there some secret tech where forward roll cancels it out?
I don't think it's consistent, but
No. Oh,
I mean, if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Naveed, that's for sure.
That's right.
Naveed's like the purveyor of new tech. Every time you see him at a rambat, he does something new that no one's ever seen.
That's right.
I don't know how he does it, but he does it.
Well, I mean, you just know that it's through hours of effort. You just know that he's
You can
been
just
away.
tell he just has. I mean, he's been playing the game for like 20 years, but he just has the mind.
Yeah. And I think the diligence to like sit there, play the game, mess around with heaps of like micro situations,
Yeah.
and figure out what he can do in them.
He's always testing stuff whenever he's
Yeah.
playing casual, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Chip's got a big hill to climb now, being one game down.
Yeah, one game down against Naveed.
This is first to three, right?
No, I think this is still semi-final.
Oh, it's
so
semis.
I believe it is first to two still. I think it'll be the winners
I
final.
never got this far, so I don't pay attention.
Gets the wall.
I think he's got the 60% scaling there. That is huge damage.
That is huge.
That's
damage.
easily the best buff that Devil Jin got in Season 3.
That is a very big change in his advantage then. Forward 2, very solid move against the wall. Doesn't really risk much.
Good anti-air.
Decent damage
Can't
for
believe
a
I
float
just said
combo.
that word. Nice slide.
I was like, there, it worked that time. Oh!
Ducky getting hype over here.
Very, yeah.
Don't know if you could hear his claps.
That was just a really good fuzzy duck. Like, and you know, Ducky likes fuzzy ducks.
Fuzzy Ducky. This input catches him with a down 4-2, the most broken move in Tekken 7. Oh, good wall sending 3-3. Catches him ducking.
Mixed him up. Made him worried about the slide because he's been doing a lot of that throughout the early parts of the match. Ooh, those Dorias coming out now.
Good timing.
Nice. Naveed making a lot of use of his little tiny life bar. Gypsy's got to be scared. He's about to. Yep.
He just
take
does
it
it.
back.
He does not care.
Oh, there it
He
is.
says, I'm just going to do the hell sweep. If you're going to wait.
That was one hell of a comeback. Naveed trying to take a selfie. Oh, no punish. Instead
Hell
going
sweep
straight
punish
for a
on
hell
hop
sweep.
kick. I didn't realize hell sweep was 13 frames.
I mean,
No punish, that is minus 11, I believe.
I feel like his thought process here is that Gypsy's already blocked a couple, so Gypsy might think he's not going to go for any more, but he's like, nah, mate, I'm going for heaps.
I am losing my mind here. I can't believe I just high crushed.
That was crazy. It like
came
double
down
crushed,
and
didn't
high
it?
crushed.
Yeah, it came down and high crushed the wall slap. What is that?
Good slide.
Oh!
He knows Naveed does not want a button in that situation. Oh, the down back 4.
That was a crushing moment for Gypsy there. It could have been his round, and he needs it at this point.
All right, I'm glad he knows how to take care of that move because I certainly don't.
Yeah, I think that, like you said, there are options for everything. Naveed with a solid punish there.
Naveed seems to be electing to use back 4 in concurrence with Hell Sweep just to get a bit of damage. Safe, it pushes back nicely as well.
Yeah.
That
Oh.
was a great whiff punish on down forward 2.
That was just like a. That wasn't even that risky of a down forward 2, but I guess it is against a Mishima.
Oh,
Nice.
it does while sending 4-4. Good match by Naveed here.
Good play by both players.
Now, this is going to be interesting how Gypsy comes back in this particular tournament. Because he doesn't often just go out with a whimper.
No, he won't.
So hopefully we see that rematch, if that's possible.
It looks like we'll be seeing him when he comes back. He'll be probably against the winner of Snoozer versus. Oh, hang on. Yeah, Snoozer versus
Gajeski.
Gajeski. So
Well,
it'll be either
I know
Snoozer or
who I
Gajeski
want to
comes up
see
against.
play, but he beat Snoozer earlier in the tournament already as well.
Did he? Today?
Yeah, he did. He beat Snoozer. That
There
guy
he is.
waving at me right there.
There's
He
that guy.
got his ass beat by Chip.
He looks pretty happy about it. Alrighty, Kajeski versus Snoozer. This is the.
Kajeski, sponsored by Blind Duality Taxi today.
Did you drop
Yeah,
him off?
I dropped him off.
Did you guys have a good time at DHD last night?
Yeah, it was good actually. Caught quite a few people.
Yeah.
At KFC, so
At KFC?
yeah, you can't go wrong with a Zinger stacker.
Yeah.
Had my arm pulled as per usual.
Had your arm pulled?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I didn't want to have a stacker, but you know,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes you just get convinced to do these things.
Yeah, I mean, some days you know you should or shouldn't, but it's just too tempting,
But
isn't it?
today's not that day.
Ganryu.
It's going to be Steve versus Ganryu. So the stream's going to get to see Snoozer's Ganryu.
That will be interesting.
Now Snoozer, hailing from Sydney, he's actually one of Sydney's worst players, but he's been pretty alright in Melbourne. This is his second Rambat, even though he's lived here for about 5 years already.
Yeah, we haven't seen him come out to a lot of these, but always great to see more people coming out. There's a lot of new faces today as well, actually. I didn't recognise a lot of the names.
We have been getting an influx of new players, and they're coming offline, which is good.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is they're not necessarily weak players either. Like sometimes when you see a new name, you assume you're not going to see much happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, Dookie T, I had no idea who that was, but he took out Gunmo in the.
What's the name?
Dookie T.
Oh, Dookie. Dookie's from South Australia, but he was living in Sydney. I forgot that he was coming. I didn't realise he was going to be here this Rambat.
Oh wow!
But he's a
all the
Devil
way.
Gym player. He's very good.
What's he doing out here?
I think he's working for like. He's staying for at least like half a year, I believe.
Oh, nice. So we've got a
very
new
good
player.
Devil Gym player now as well.
Interesting to see him. Jesky starting out with a lot of
Good
pressure.
back one. Back one is going to do work in this matchup because Ganryu really wants to advance with mids like back 2-1 and use 2-1 to set up mix-ups.
Yeah, and then back one will
Does down
interrupt that.
2-1-2 immediately as soon as it's ready to duck it.
And his jabs are 12 frames, right? So back
Yeah,
one
12
will
and
beat
plus 3 on block.
that. Wow.
Gets the wall splat. Move cheap.
A common setup we would probably see would be the jab into the headbutt, right? Near a wall.
Yeah.
But I think that
the thing that makes that so scary is that at like that plus frame, headbutt is actually really, I actually don't even know if it's possible, but it's really hard to step. So if you're just attempting to step block, you're probably going to get wall splat by a headbutt, even though you didn't button.
yeah, the headbutt's 10 frames, right?
10, yeah.
It's pretty hard to step a 10 frame move in general.
Yeah, it has a very good hitbox as well.
Yeah.
Nice duck and punish. Quarter circle forward 1, wall splat.
Very.
Snoozer
very
is
clean
smiling. I don't know why he's smiling, but you know, I don't know what goes on through his head.
That clap from Ganryu is ridiculous.
If it's as bad as what comes out of his mouth, then I don't want to know about it.
Don't want to know about it. Oh, the range on that down 4-2 from
It has
Ganryu.
deceptively good range. And the back 4-2, I believe the screw is, also has very good range.
Hot, 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 hot.
1,000, I think it's called 1,000 punches.
1,000 punches. I was going to go with it with just like, I would
Right.
call it Gatling cannon anyway.
His
Oh, good
generic
break.
throw is really good. It's akin to Jack's.
Yep.
On hit and on break,
Oh.
it changes sides, so it's very good to use against the wall.
Snoozer robbing that round back with his rage drive.
It's not a bad rage drive. That low's cheap.
Good breaks on both sides. Jesky breaking well earlier as well. I remember watching Jesky's game at what was the name of that one? The JB Hi-Fi sponsored.
JB Hi-Fi sponsored.
I forgot the name of the tournament. Never
I
mind.
don't remember this at all.
The
didn't
really
get
big one
anything.
at the stadium.
That is
Oh,
an excellent punish there.
big
I
punish.
don't believe while standing 1-2 would reach at that range because of that low, so he
Yeah.
needed to launch it, and he did.
Yeah, well
Jesky's
done.
actually very good at that. As a Steve player, you have to pick the lows that you can and can't launch, and he's excellent at using full crash down for 2 to launch the lows that he has to launch.
There's the headbutt.
There's the tracking. He did button, he
did step.
stepped.
He did step. Hit him anyway.
Oh, the Pepino.
Pepino.
Chip loves that move.
Jesky looking like he's got this in the bag.
That
See
looks
what
like an
Snooze's got to
online
say about
strat.
it.
2-1 duck while standing 2. But it worked. And he's done a drop kick. We WWE.
Steve just full of options here. So many. It's so hard to challenge pressure from Steve like that.
He definitely has a lot of offensive options that you have to think about.
As soon as they're slowing it down
That was
and
an
watching.
excellent sidestep duck there to make that whiff.
Very well done.
I was actually talking to Gypsy about that earlier, and we were
Sidestep
discussing that. Yeah, against the 2-1 and back 2-1 Tai Chi transitions.
Because the duck will actually is necessary, right? If you don't do the
Yeah,
duck.
because it'll beat the lows and the high and the mid.
But also it adjusts your hitbox earlier, right?
Right,
If you duck after a sidestep. Whoa. Good duck and punish.
Two, ducked it. Doesn't hit on the ground that low. It's an interesting one. There's the side switch.
Very
That
good
was
read.
a very
Amazing
unnecessary
read.
risk.
Yeah. As soon as they're getting cheeky there, hoping it would pay off.
Cannot believe he just tried to pull that off on Gypsy of all people, but he did, and he's laughing
Gypsy's
like a
like-
maniac.
Just that, what are you doing, mate? Get out of here with that. Solid
Whoa,
punish.
this interests me greatly. Rami, the Melbourne gatekeeper to the newbies. Let's see how Hangman can deal with his style, because Eddie is a very difficult character to play against, especially if you're new to Tekken 7 for sure.
Definitely. And especially if you haven't labbed any situations against him.
He has a
mean,
lot of situations and a lot of ways to
Yeah.
crush moves that you think check all of those situations. So
That's right. And if you try to just play against him the same way you play any other character,
it will not work.
it won't work. You're going to be whiffing as he ducks under you. You're going to be getting counter hit by all sorts of things.
Yep.
But his rage drive is a particularly brutal setup. I mean, straight after it, he's
Yeah,
just
you have
flying
to
on the
take the
ground.
mix up.
Yep, you got a forced mix-up. So, but Hangman, I think, is a diligent player and probably does his homework. Hopefully, he's familiar enough with Eddie to give us a good shot.
I sense a lot of Jaguar step usage in this matchup.
Yep.
Now, this is going to depend a lot, I think, on the height of the table for Rami right now. So if it's at an optimum height, he might win. But if it's a bit suboptimal, we're probably going to see Hangman take it for sure.
Depends on exactly where his stick will be sitting on the table, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That comfort factor, very big.
It is almost like a earthquake when Rami is playing, because he makes the whole room shake.
Yep, got to make the monitor sway a bit,
Yeah, it's just part of the fun.
shake up the game a bit. Hang on, Leroy. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, he's using Leroy. I wasn't even
Leroy.
thinking about that.
That's
yeah.
right. I forgot. He has been playing it throughout the tournament. Leroy,
Well,
as everyone knows, very strong character.
Rami himself says he only knows about 3 or 4 moves, and that's all you really need to know with Leroy. So
Very true. I mean, that's exactly it. I mean, if you've got a few very solid moves, you don't really need much more. If they're very strong moves.
especially if they're Leroy type moves, that's for sure.
I mean, I've heard that he's got kind of the best in game for a lot of moves. Like his orbital, for example, is like one of the
He
best.
definitely
orbitals.
does. It's very depressing state of affairs to have Leroy.
The only thing it lacks is, I think, tracking to the right side. Look at that, there it goes.
There's the orbital. The
Orbital
worst thing
flies.
about that is that you can use it
Oh.
as Oki because it hits grounded.
Going for the key charge after the first. Oh,
All right, after that key charge, I'm 100% going for Hangman Kid. Let's go, Hangman.
go on.
Take this fool out.
Whoa.
Oh, fundamentals.
Against the
Let's go,
wall.
boys.
Against the wall,
That
jab
is some
into the
good
giant swing.
fundamental giant swing action.
Oh,
Now we've got chain throws.
Chain throws.
You better guess
Chain
correctly.
throws.
He doesn't know how to break it, Rami is saying. So this is good news for Hangman.
He's going to bridge him. Here comes the London Bridge. And there goes your
And
spine.
he just pulled his arms out of their sockets.
That's what Hangman thinks about playing Leroy. Haven't seen Leroy's glaive come out yet, so he's still got that in his back pocket.
The pimp cane.
Yeah, what's it called?
What did you call it?
I called it a glaive because I don't actually know what it's called.
Well, it's a cane.
It's a cane.
Yeah, I'd assume it would be a pimp cane of sorts.
It's pimp cane. But it's got a huge blade on the end of it, doesn't it?
I'm not sure, actually. I know what you're talking about, though.
Oh, very good,
Good backdash.
whiff launcher. Oh, good duck from Rami there,
Rami
actually.
just pressing all the buttons. They're all good buttons, so
Good break
it's
from Rami.
worthwhile.
Oh, good
That's a classic
choice.
Classic Hangman. Throw
Classic
break into
Hangman.
power crush.
break
Good
into power
punish.
crush.
Oh,
very close to being
Yeah, stick
Hangman's
jab.
match. Oh!
I would have dick jabbed as well, but I wouldn't have done that.
Is this over?
He's got
Oh!
sidestep.
Oh! My God.
That was definitely the most anticlimactic slow-mo I've ever seen.
Absolute heartbreak for Hangman, though. That would have been his game.
Come on, Hangman. It's Hangman versus Old Man.
Oh, he's getting
no, there's just too many buttons. Too many buttons, too many good situations.
too many
The thing
good
as well is
little-
that Rami doesn't even use the parry very much,
Yeah.
so he doesn't use that mind game. But even with in
don't-
his current state, you don't even need the parry
You
for
don't
the
need
mind
it.
game.
You don't need it. He's got the Warang style, two-shot low high kind of
I
natural
believe
hit.
it's +6 into
Yeah.
stance.
A lot of like natural hitting, two-hit, solid chunk of damage.
or
just poke
barely
you down.
punishable lows.
Yeah, and he's got that out of his stance. He's got so many options. He can parry you. He can throw that that homing low that's only minus 13
Minus 13.
and counter hit launch.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yep. And his 14 frame punish is ridiculous and can be counter hit and can be confirmed as
Yeah,
well.
easy confirm.
Good stuff. Oh, almost.
He's going to do it
Hangman.
again.
There's the pokes again. I think Rami's found something that's working, and Hangman is going to try and keep pushing that button.
Oh, I don't even know if that was a punish. I think Rami pressed the button there.
Oh, good setup. No counter hit though.
Nice.
Oh, gets
That
him
was
with
a-
the timing.
That was a very good time to cash in on that, because now he's got momentum.
Now will he? Oh,
Unless he loses.
oh.
All right, so now he's
That
one
was
game
scary.
up.
Scared.
He has momentum.
I was afraid for Hangman.
See how he
there.
takes advantage of it. That gets calm for some reason.
I don't know. You could pick up from that. That's
Sure
that's
can.
brutal.
Good
Oh,
dark
good
and full
duck,
crash
good
down
duck.
forward 2.
Good read on the forward 3. So Hangman making some good choices
nice
there.
throw timing there.
He can get a bit less damage with that.
Oh,
Oh,
just doesn't care.
just goes for it.
And he smirks at me. Now he's just... Oh, he's getting
Oh.
crazy. He's gone a bit too crazy there. Because he's eating
Rami
his own
taking-
gut punch.
Rami going for some risks. He's a game up. Why not? Hangman definitely not out of this though. He's being 2 rounds up. All
I
those-
knew Rami was going to do that. Why did he do that? He's going to parry.
good punish.
Tombstone.
Tombstone.
Good Oki situation here.
Oh!
It misses.
Oh! A very tough
Okay.
situation.
Oh, he
Oh.
had the counter
The
here.
orbital. It's going to be to the wall. Oh! Sidewall splat saves Hangman a bit of damage.
Nice counter hit.
Rami playing carefully, staying down. Not willing to give this
Wasted
game
the
up
tail
for
spin.
free.
But he's got the
Is this
unblockable.
it? Is this it? That is. Hangman takes the
Classic
match back.
Hangman with the forward roll, courtesy of Tin's brother Don.
Yep. That's the Don special. Forward roll just whenever.
That was almost the Rami special, just choosing simple select in tournament.
Yep. Can't do that.
It's not Tekken World Tour, so you probably can, to be honest. But it's fine. So he has switched to Eddie. I think he has a fair more playtime with Eddie than he has with Leroy, that's for sure.
I mean, definitely.
Yeah, I think
We're talking
anyway.
like a decade extra playtime.
Right, yeah.
I remember playing against this guy in Tekken 6 arcade machines.
Oh, right.
Back at the old White House on Russell Street.
How unfortunate for you.
Yeah, I had to get good at low parries.
See, that could have went multitude of ways. Why did I say that? Is it because you got beaten, or is it because Rami as a person is unlikable? Who knows? That's not my opinion, folks. I do like Rami quite a bit. Don't like playing as Eddie, though. Or Eddie in general.
Eddie is a difficult character to play against.
Especially when he's just flipping around like this.
I think you'd have an
Just
easier
does up
time
4-3
now.
and does a woo to boot.
There we go. I think you'd have an easier time against him with Paul now than you would have with Brian in the past.
I haven't played the matchup at all, so I don't really know. But I do think so, because while 73 is 13 frames, I think he can pick up some stuff.
Oh. Hangman playing very solidly this round,
That move
poking
looks
Rami down.
ridiculous.
Rami, oh,
No break. That's
Rami
the,
with a good buffer on the rodeo there.
Just do giant swing. Oh.
I mean,
So
giant
he
swing.
should have done giant swing instead.
Yeah, should giant swinged above him while he was lying on the ground. I'm sure that would have helped. Oh, Rami looking pretty good so far.
That is not minus 14, but I'm
Hangman.
glad that he pressed buttons. Come on, Hangman.
Hangman not out of this yet. Playing very, very calm. Rami putting the pressure on with mix-ups. Oh,
Gets the slide. We
is
Shaheen
scary.
out here.
That slide's got a nasty little mix-up after it as well.
He's eating the back 1+2 setups.
Oh!
That is a great option.
He's been watching him stay on the ground too much and
The
has
rock.
taken huge
People's
advantage
elbow.
of it. There may have been a cash in. Hangman likes to observe
I
for a
think
while.
Hangman's just seen that situation a lot, and he just had good instincts there that he was going to stay down.
It's been a few times that Rami's been wanting to stay down to avoid getting having to deal with mix-ups on the way up.
Well, King has very good Oki as well, so you have to mix up your wake-up options.
Oh, good. That was a good magic 4 there.
I don't even know how King combos off that.
Can he?
I think he can get something.
Got something,
I
right?
think he can get like.
Oh,
42
that
at
move is
least.
so slow, but doesn't even look like
He
a
did
low.
it again.
Oh. Hangman didn't fall for the bait though.
He didn't fall, but he could have launched him.
Oh. Oh.
Good duck. So Rami
played.
takes it. Looks like he thinks he's playing another game, but I think he's realised once Hangman has shaken his hand that the game is over.
I wonder who it's got next. So probably. I think they're sorting out who's coming up next.
Oh, it's going to be Kaczewski versus Chip, the
Oh.
two best friends. The man that introduced Chip to Tekken against his protege. Both playing characters that they both hate very much. And I personally hate both of them as well. But they're decent people, that's fine.
I think you just hate playing against the characters, right?
Yeah, that.
I mean, the people are okay, right? Right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I like them.
Yeah. Kaczewski and Chip, I think it's kind of interesting watching whenever they do go up against each other. In the past, I think it was pretty one-sided. It did usually go Kaczewski's way.
Kaczewski would beat Chip regularly. Now it's very honestly just flip a coin.
Yeah.
I couldn't call this one for sure. I know one thing I can call is that these two I don't think get tilted against anyone else more than each other.
Really?
They hate. I mean, they play each other and they like playing each other, but
Yeah.
man, do they get tilted.
But they get a bit of the shakes, do they?
Oh yeah, Chip
Yeah.
hates Steve, Kaczewski hates Shaheen,
Yeah.
and that's just how it goes.
I remember hearing Gypsy lament as he was going, or it might have been Hangman actually, lamenting as he went through Steve's move list and was like, "Oh, this move's punishable." Scroll down to the next one. Oh, if he holds forward, he goes into like peekaboo, and it's plus 0.
That was a long time ago. He's much more versed now, and I think he hates the character even more.
Yeah.
So look out for a lot of slides and a lot of down back 3-2s from Kaczewski, the Pepino special.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting to see when he's in rage, how he mixes up the down back 3-2 with the rage drive.
Yep.
Chip loves that mix up. He really enjoys it. And especially blocking running too. He likes that too. He just loves to guess against Steve. So
Yep. Yeah, that running 2, extremely plus. Scary move. Here we go. Round 1. That little jab, little low, very annoying. Makes you just think about ducking that little bit more than you want to. There it is.
Kaczewski already using the back 1 extensions to make Chip think about pressing in between. Sidestep duck.
Hammering the down 3. Watch those shins. Watch those shins, Kaczewski, says Chip.
Watch those shoes play out.
No duck on the 4-2. We've seen some very fast reactions from
punish.
Kaczewski. Wouldn't be surprised if we see that later in the match.
4-1's I find very hard to duck, unless you're gun mode. If you're gun mode, it's easy.
Don, I think as well.
Yeah,
Very, very.
all those cheaters with good reactions.
How dare they have naturally good reactions?
Right?
Jesky using the threat of his rage dive very well here, I think, to
Here
get
we go.
into Gypsy's
Is he going to
face.
block a running too?
Oh,
Oh, sidestep duck. He gets the wall
ball
bounce.
bounce. He's got rage. Will he use it?
I feel like that was a very suboptimal combo.
I feel like he could have done more with that. Absolutely. Jesky may be kicking himself for that later. See how the rest of the match goes first.
I think Jesse wants to kick Shaheen's shoes with down by 3-2.
What a shame Steve doesn't have many kicks.
The one he has is good though.
The
Forward
stompy
forward
one.
2. He just says get that crouch walk out of here. And that's a punish on the power crush there. Big brain stuff.
Straight into the slide.
Down 4-3. Nice
Good
low
parry.
parry. Now this is good Oki for Steve. He tries to catch a side roll with down 1, but it doesn't connect. 1-2, 1-2 finish, gets the wall splat.
Oh, there it is.
That's dead.
There's the Masagi. Down 2-1 as well. A very
Nice punish.
almost a whiff punish from Chip there. Very close.
Good punish by Chip. That's a great punish, that 12 frame.
It is. That while standing move from Steve, very strong.
It's excellent. Nice punch parry.
Nice.
Chip has been checking.
Oh, good duck.
He's
There
been
you go.
checking that down forward 2 duck with down forward 1. I think Kajeski's picked up on that.
Great duck on the range drive there as well.
He's
Kajeski
ready.
closing it out with
Kajeski's
that.
ready. You can just tell that Kajeski has so much experience against Chip. The way he
Yeah.
reacts to situations. He's constantly moving against down 3.
Yeah.
And now he's just done a raw back 2. I don't know whether Chip dashed in for timing or did a high.
Absolutely. He's not just reading the character, he's reading the person.
Wow.
Wow. That was an interesting combo where that one went.
How is Chip going to come back here?
He's got the tools to do it. All he needs is one good combo into a bit of wall Oki, and this is his round.
He's
Kajeski's
using
not
down
gonna
4-3
give
to stop him from moving, but also to force a situation, I believe. It's very good on hit.
Look at the whoa.
Nice low parry.
Very nice.
Sidestep duck into low parry.
Going with
Well, not
the
sidestep
rage
duck.
art, buy a little time to breathe and
Bit of BM.
yep,
Get Chip a bit tilted.
yep, put a bit of tilt on. Make sure he looks at the score. Make him look at that win 1 down in the bottom right corner.
That shouldn't be on. It should be in tournament mode.
Ooh, that whiff. Down 3.
I wonder,
Good pressure.
Kajeski is choosing to step and duck most of the
Ooh.
time against the down 3 situation, so I'm wondering how Chip's going to take advantage of this.
Right. Jesky very clean
Gets the
with
wall
his
combo.
combos.
Ooh, great. He was
Oh,
excellent stuff. Chip personally thinks that that high should be unsafe, but I'm glad that he ducked it on whiff.
Jesky did a very good kind of fuzzy duck earlier where he came up in time.
Well, yeah, to block the orbital. He was ducking. I did see that.
He was ducking, but came up just in time for when that orbital came down.
Now, Chip has obviously noticed the punch parry after down 4-2, so he's taking different options here.
Yeah, he's adjusted to that already, making sure he doesn't eat that again. But then
That was
Jesky-
excellent. That was excellent. He
Yeah.
got wall splat earlier in the set with the 1-2-1-2, so he used the 1-2-1 into duck 2 to get the extended duck, taking advantage of the hesitation.
Nice, because he figured that Chip wouldn't want to challenge it.
Yeah.
Good play.
4-4-2,
Oh.
good punish.
Very
Perfect
good
punish.
Oh, good follow-up.
That's such a great Oki tool.
Yeah, it tricks me every time. I always want to duck it.
Everybody. Ooh, down 4-2 catch.
How did that even happen?
Some button. It has like phantom range.
Yeah.
If only
Nice.
Paul's down 4-2 was as good as Shaheen's.
Oh, good parry. Jesky not wanting to eat a second slide there. Oh. This is
Now
looking
4-1
like
pressure.
like
He
Gypsy.
spent the rage.
Gypsy needs this match. He can't afford to make this go to a final round. There we
Down
go.
forward one. There's
One.
the step. There's the tracking I was talking about earlier. He stepped right and just ate down forward one.
Nice. 1-1 on the game count. Final game coming up. The winner of this will be heading into that'll be the losers semi-final.
Semi, is it?
Losers semi,
Against Nick.
in which they'll play the winner of Groundmen vs.
Oh,
Romney.
Groundmen, Nick won. So.
Yeah. To find their way back up to the grand finals. Those harassing little pokes, they add up.
He has a lot of extensions, so could just be using a lot of that hesitation to sustain the pressure.
As Chip knows, he can't necessarily answer something back.
The thing is with these plays is that you notice something, but they have most likely noticed it as well. So
Yeah.
it's going to be hard to cash in on that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of adjusting happening. The moment something happens, they adjust to it.
You're
and
often
you
not
now
going to
have
get the
deal-
same response.
That's right. Not the same situation won't necessarily happen, so they have to then prepare for what the adjustment might be.
Exactly.
And try that.
And that's when the dumbest options usually work.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it's like the thing that shouldn't work will suddenly work because the other player is actually thinking correctly, thinking well.
So Chip might start using SNK 4 to force the punish on 4 so that he can use the 1 extension later on.
Oh, good block. Very careful not to ruin his wall combo
Good
there.
conversion. You don't have to be worried about down back 2.
Oh, the flicker.
Don't have to be worried about it anymore.
There's the more of the transitions you're talking about. That transition into flicker, you can't challenge it.
Flicker jabs have very good tracking as well. So unless you're just committing to a duck,
Oh,
that was good. Sidestep.
he went for the punch parry, but got down forward 2 instead. That back
Shaheen's
one.
throw is throws in general, but Shaheen's throw is good to use in these situations because it just gives you a reset.
His situations after the throws aren't too bad either.
Yeah. This is a bad situation.
Or that running low.
I think he teched the wrong way there. He should. Oh, he's done the hop kick. The classic Shaheen, just do the hop kick.
Just yellow hop kick.
I'm not even going to guess whether this is going to kill. Let's just see
No,
what happens.
I don't think so.
Not going to
No.
kill at all. And he's going to get Pepino'd. Oh, wow, that was excellent.
Kajeski stealing Gypsy's chance to take that back.
That didn't even look like he was in range to get the punch slide.
It's surprisingly far, and he comes up quite quick on you.
That was very quick thinking by Kajeski there.
I've definitely eaten that exact same move several times when I've played against Kajeski in casuals.
It's a very good move.
So that means that the next game will most likely be Groundman versus Rami.
Looks like it.
The winner of that will be taking on Chip. We're still in our losers quarterfinal. Next game after that will be the losers semi.
What do you think about this Mishima Dojo song? It's like okay. It's sort of just.
The thing
It's
I like
just like
about
there
it,
in the background.
the thing I like about it is it's innocuous. It kind of.
That's kind of what I don't like about it. Though.
You don't like that?
It's a bit too innocuous.
Too innocuous.
Like you sitting here like bobbing up and down. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
The reason I like that is that it kind of can fade into the background and you can ignore it. It doesn't blare at you like some of the other stages.
Yes.
It doesn't-
Personally,
yeah.
I know what you're alluding to, and I'm personally a fan of that song for sure.
I don't mind that song in particular. I like that one too, actually. The helipad.
Yeah, which
song,
there's
yeah.
two versions.
The
There's
womp,
the day
womp,
one
womp.
and the night one. The night one is like the crazier one.
Yeah.
But I like when you get into like grand finals and it's final round and that starts playing. I think it's very good.
It is. It does have a very kind of like hype kind of feel to it for sure. We're getting Naveed taking some pictures.
Romney putting on his best sexy pose. Look at those eyes. How beautiful. Now we've got Kanga Brown Man versus Inframi.
The battle of the beards.
Infamous.
We've got the battle of the beards here. Brown Man been
Rami
growing it
wins
out.
that one.
Yeah.
Brown Man's beard's fine. It's good, but look at the girth of Rami's beard. It looks like he's hiding another chin under there.
Very well could be.
Like an American dad chin.
American touch.
Oh, that's a good omen. They have both chosen to connect fists. Sometimes you get the awkward, I've done the
awkward,
handshake, and the other person's done the fist.
I go for a high five and then I grab your hand.
Exactly, just grab the hand. Personally, when I'm in that situation and I've chosen the fist, you're going to switch to fist for me. I'm not going to change.
I like to just give it a little shake. Like once I've grabbed on, I just shake it as if it was meant to be.
Oh, Romney with the Leroy.
Oh,
and we have
very
got my
good
wish.
step.
Brownman on Dragunov.
And it seems to be
That combo does not work. You probably should have been playing Houch. Nice step. It's getting a lot of off-axis stuff.
Yeah, some very odd situations happening.
I think Dragunov's best stuff is usually spiking after that. Forward 4-2-2, that move is crazy. Just an absolutely crazy move.
It is. It's
13.
punishable, minus 13.
But it has pushback as well.
Yeah.
It's just very fast. I think it's like 14 frames.
Yeah. It
Nice
does.
plus 32.
It definitely feels very fast.
Yeah.
And that combined with his while standing Punisher, he feels very oppressive sometimes.
Just with all the options he has
Good
and all the
stepping.
lows he has.
I think that Brownman has done some labbing of Leroy. It seems to be.
He's played Leroy
showing through.
a decent amount.
Yeah.
As much as we all don't want to play Leroy. Nice kip up. Shawn Michaels.
I think he will be a very fun character once they balance him out a bit
He's just
more.
down back 3'd.
Nice.
Nice combo.
Brownman
Using
closing
the
that
Naveed
round out.
custom, the Dragunov Wader. I do like
Yep.
the Dragunov Wader. It's kind of funny.
Me too. It's got a nice kind of feel to it. The gloves are very classy.
That was a crazy parry on running 2. But he didn't punish.
Oh, there it is.
He's just woken up and done him while standing 2. No shits given.
Oh.
I don't know why he's done orbital. He can do down 2-4
I
for.
think he was going for Oki there. I think he was hitting him to the ground to do some lows on him.
I think down 2-4 would have killed. So.
Yeah, but Brownman saw that coming and the spring kick was a good option.
Nice
Good
combo.
He's got it.
He's going to do that thing.
Yep, that thing. I know exactly what you mean.
He does
It's-
love the full coach down forward.
It annoys me as much
4-2.
as Nina's one. Yeah, she's got the
Yeah,
similar kind of.
Similar.
Yeah,
Zafina has the same type of move.
yeah. They're nasty. Catch you on counter hit. Oh, Galaxy Brain delayed hop kick.
No
from
idea
Groundmen.
what happened there, but it worked.
Just dashing up in his face and throwing it out there.
I think
There
he
it
was just
is.
willing to take the float if it was a float, and he was going to win if it hit.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's the nice thing about like a jumping launcher is that if they do
You don't
challenge
take
it,
a lot of damage.
yeah, you take a reduced damage combo from the float. It's
Okay.
nice sometimes. Oh, good block on the down 2 actually from Rami there.
Nice, down back 4.
Down 4. Oh, he's gone simple select. Blind, you're
Oh, we got a simple select. My favorite type of character select.
we hear some people talking about it.
Mr. Dread Tech, he's laying down the law here. That's
Yep.
what I like about him.
Go
So
on,
we're going to
they're
go back to character select.
going to make him do it.
And he's not going to be wearing his boob tube top. Oh, no, he will
Well,
be.
Also, that's forced the stage to remain the same, hasn't it?
Yes, but they've just decided that it's not Turkey World Tour, so they'll be playing.
Yeah, because if
I'm
they had
personally
gone to
outraged.
character select, then we would have got a random stage.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, I mean, as long as they're both okay to go infinite again.
I wouldn't be, not against Eddie, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would have been something
Stomp.
that Groundmen definitely could have challenged there. But it seems they're both alright with it and happy to play on.
Ooh,
Oh,
good duck.
ducks the
Great
throw.
duck.
It's
He's missed a 3. That was crazy.
Oh, the combo could have ended it right there, right?
Yeah,
But
he just missed the 3 in
Yeah.
back 4-3.
counter hit on
Good
the down
pressure.
two.
Groundman does have the execution for the instant running 2s.
Yep.
Despite the lack of tracking, if you do it at close range, it improves it, obviously.
Yeah, but it's not as much of a concern then.
He was talking to me about his method of doing it the other day, yesterday actually. And he was saying that he likes to use forward first and then forward because he can just retrack because of the forward at the end of it,
Interesting.
as opposed to 2 forward and 1 forward.
Interesting. So then
This
that
gonna
way.
kill. This might kill. It is gonna kill.
That will, yep.
He just stepped and ate it, unfortunately.
Oh,
Oh, I believe that's a 12-frame counter hit launcher.
good option from Rami there then. Oh, I'm surprised that hit him out of the slide.
What is happening? They're all
Oh,
just
good
jumping.
throw break from Rami.
Oh, no throw break.
No throw break on the rodeo. 1+2
Nice,
break.
while 34. That's an advanced technique that old school players know about, tapping up.
Brown's got the
Good flow.
Groundman's got the running 2 rage drive as a threat, so I think he's using that to just harass Rami with it.
I think Brammo just went for the craziest combo and missed the running 2.
Oh, got the back.
Nice.
We've seen some very good sidestepping from Groundman against Rami with both characters.
I think Dragunov can punish that relaxed 4 with down forward 4 consistently. Could be
Stomp.
wrong.
Stomp, I think, was probably a good choice there.
I don't think Eddie can do anything about that on block.
Rami's tempo has changed a bit, if you notice. He was playing very aggressive earlier, but I think he's slowing it down a bit now, trying to not lose this match point from Groundman.
That combo drop?
Oh, that felt like a bit of a Hail Mary.
That was I'm not sure what that was.
Oh,
Good float.
good. Yep, good pickup. Groundman also changing tempo,
Good fuzz
wanting to
duck
close
there.
it out. Oh, oh, oh. Well, good block. Not sure if I think he didn't feel safe enough to throw out a punish.
It's difficult to punish that,
Yeah.
especially I don't think his while setting forward have reached.
Yeah, you don't want to whiff either.
He's missing
That'd
that
be much
combo.
worse. It would be better to just leave the damage on the table here. Here it comes.
Spent the
mix-up.
rage drive.
Oh,
Oh,
many
he's eating the slippery kicks.
mix-up into mix-up. Oh,
I assume that he's
he's done that a few times.
Back
I think
1+2.
I think Groundman could get up, but I think he doesn't want to either.
He can. I think he can get up and block it for sure.
Yeah.
But that seems to hit grounded.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage for
Yeah.
a read on
So we're
staying
on
down.
1-1 now. Groundman versus Roundman.
Groundman has not changed stage. I do not agree with this.
Yep. I guess they both just don't mind being on Infinite and don't mind, it not being fully TWT.
Nice.
Tekken World Tour not back
Wow,
on
these
yet
combos
anyway.
are dropping. That is not a combo they should drop.
Boom.
Nice running 2.
Oh, the slides again.
He's going to do back 1+2. I knew it.
Yep. Oh,
Good throw.
throw mix-ups. Dragunov being one of the characters in the game that has an actual throw mix-up.
And personally, I think he needs it.
Yeah. He's got a pretty complete little throw game. One of the reasons a lot of pros, I think, put him up there as a fairly strong character. See, again,
4-3.
Groundman seems to be hanging on to the rage drive. I think he likes it as a threat rather than...
It's definitely a good idea.
Yeah. Rather than just throwing it out because he's got it. This is ending up very evenly pitched so far. Both players changing things up a bit, getting a bit more defensive, a bit more cautious. Weighing it back
While
up.
setting 4 a lot now, very good option. It has a good hitbox. Dragunov doesn't really have any
would pick
super
up.
good mids that serve
like-
that purpose.
Something like
pickup.
four or so jabs just landed. That was hilarious.
Yeah,
Just poked him out of everything. But you're right.
he's using a lot of pokes now.
The standing
they're
four
hitting.
would poke him out of a lot of things and also would pick up from relaxed.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
very good option. And also a handstand, right?
Yeah,
Definitely a good choice.
he's definitely dialing it back more and it's working for him.
Yeah.
He's just letting Rami whiff
Yeah.
and just staying at good ranges.
Playing very compact.
Nice
good
stomp
stomp.
punish.
I wonder if
Mina
that's...
counter hit.
There we go.
Got up this
Got
time.
up this time. Went for a throw after the running 2. Whiffed though. Oh, this might be Rami's round. Oh, that's a good way to get out of
Excellent, unique option.
town. Yep. Making good use of
Challenge
Dragunov's...
the running 2. And he's key
Oh,
charged
Rami
again.
key charging, getting in his head. I don't think Groundman's out of this just yet. Oh,
Back 1+2, very
Evasion.
evasive. It's really the only move because Eddie can't really sidestep.
heartbreaker. Groundman could have had that. I feel like that launch should have been his. He stepped right around to the side, but it recovered in time.
Can he come back? It's going to take a lot of work.
Rami definitely threatening the win here.
If he hits the rage drive, this could be big.
Oh, good break.
Breaks
Good
it.
break. Here we go. Oh, hits him on the
Suspends
ground.
It doesn't hit.
Why didn't that hit? That should have hit, right?
I don't think
Oh.
so because it wasn't a part of the
Because it
combo.
wasn't.
He's
Yeah,
broken
okay.
the leg.
He's broke his leg.
He can't
Hitting
get
him
up. His
down
leg's
two.
broken.
Oh, hit him with the slide. Oh, down four.
That was clutch.
Groundman.
Very clutch.
Groundman clutching it out. That was fantastic play. I think he just really felt the hesitation from Rami. Rami was worried that he was going to swing it back.
Yeah.
And he just kept that pressure on. Well done.
That was very scary.
Rami definitely didn't go out without much of a fight, though.
Now we've got Naveed versus a Friendly
made him work
Tree.
for it.
I wonder if Naveed has actually watched a Friendly Tree Mina videos to study up on this matchup. He probably doesn't need it. I think he's known everything there is to know about Tekken characters for about 15 years.
Yep. This is our winners final as well, so this one will be first to three.
First to three.
That's going to be a brutal marathon for these two. I'll be very interested to see who Naveed will pick. I mean, he's definitely got the competency with a number of characters to try and do a bit of counter picking.
Yeah, that's always the first tournament match, seeing who Naveed's going to pick.
Yeah. I mean, we saw him play 3 different characters at the previous round bout against Gypsy, or was that the one before? He played Devil Jin, Marduk, and
Brian. Yeah, all in one set. That was a winners final though.
Yeah.
Sorry, not winners final. That was the final.
Yeah, it was a pretty
and
crazy.
Gypsy reset, so we had a lot of time to switch characters.
Yeah.
But
That was a pretty crazy match, that one. Button check. Make sure every button is working, doing what it should.
oh,
We got Okumura.
we've got a perfectly fun Marduk sitting there, and we've got an Okumura instead.
Much rather watch that, would you?
I think I'd rather see Leroy, although Naveed does not like Leroy, so that's good for all of Melbourne.
I was talking to him earlier about that, and he sounded like he was pretty well swearing off of Leroy. He's not touching him. Not sure if that makes him a man of honor.
I don't really think Leroy can instill any good habits because all his moves just serve an easy purpose. You don't even really have to think a whole lot.
If everything works, but I'm sure he's going to get rebalanced.
All right, looking for some Okumura combos.
Yep. I mean, if anyone's going to have the execution to pull off those, 1 to 2 frame connections that Okumura has,
Naveed's execution is
it'll
very
be
good.
Naveed. Saw some very good play from another Okumura player today, Kinetic. He was connecting those as well. They're tough combos. Those against. Here we go. Whoa!
That's Tekken, folks.
Yep. The demon flip.
We jumping over mids,
Demon flip getting right over that. And
and we still jumping.
I'm sure Tree's got some anti-air options available, but the other thing is that you can't exactly react to it always. He
It's
also
very
does have-
difficult because the situation changes based on the move that you've been hit by or blocked.
Yeah, and he does have 2 different flips. So
Yeah,
personally, I have trouble telling them apart visually.
I got no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah. We'll be making good use of the what is that?
Good
the
back
focus
one.
attack cancel.
Nick does like using that back one in
Yep.
certain situations. It is very evasive, so if you think they're going to button, and we've got the running 2 over the down
Oh.
3.
Stomp for good damage. Naveed ducking under the string there. Oh,
Nice
Yeah,
get up
kick.
kick. He actually missed the combo there. That would have been depressing to see him lose to a down 3 against the wall. But red fireball.
oh good
You have
option
to
there.
step right against that.
Well, usually after that move, a lot of Okumas will go into a demon flip. So I think that's what
Yeah.
Tree was expecting there.
Yeah, if you jab, you can get a full combo after red fireball.
Good dash jabs
That was crazy.
to the wall. Oh, drops it maybe
Try
to
to
go
set
for
up.
Oki, but I think that might have been just a missed
Wipe the
input.
floor. Oh no, he's whiffed
That's
back
it.
one.
That's it.
That's the round.
That's first game to Naveed.
Looks like he's got burnt buns right there. Looks like a burnt bun on his back
Sitting on
there.
his back. Hey,
Yeah, and on the front.
like hamburger buns.
Yeah, but just extremely burnt.
You're right. It's definitely got the texture of it.
Very carcinogenic.
Yep. Here we go. Into.
Strength mirrors a child's beguilement. I'm not sure
Yeah,
how to
a
say that
child's
word.
beguilement.
Beguilement?
Beguilement.
Yeah, okay.
sure.
Now I know.
The more you know.
That is just excellent play there, jumping over and then doing a down four.
Well,
That is,
there it is.
you can't do that against Naveed. He is just excellent at ducking those type of moves.
The first one hit, right? Like it was blocked.
He blocked it,
And
yeah.
he ducked the second part.
So yeah, you can.
That is crazy.
But
But like the reaction.
It's difficult to duck, and the fact that he ducked it and launched it,
Yeah. The
excellent.
speed with which he does that.
yeah.
Very, very. That's some top player quality there.
Just the launch, but was opting for the red fireball instead.
I feel like Naveed is one of the players I'd love to see getting out into the Tekken World Tour.
I'd love to see Naveed play.
Yeah, I always want to see more of our Aussie players getting out there. Love seeing us getting represented overseas.
The hardest thing about that is obviously going overseas, but also as good as a player he is, he needs the experience doing that. So it's going to take a decent amount of effort
That's
to
true.
get to a level where you're going to see how good Naveed actually is.
True. Like he would. It's a different thing. It's a different beast.
Yeah.
Going into tournaments overseas.
But he's played all the top players, and he's
Oh!
just as good.
That could have been the end of the round right there, but
Miss input with the down two.
left it. Naveed playing very solidly with his Okuma here though. Friendly Tree not
Nick has
ready
the
to lie
wall
down.
pressure.
Good duck under the
He
under the
knows,
breath.
he knows. So the poison mist actually whiffed. Nick did not confirm it. We got a reset here.
Wipe the floor.
Put himself in
good
a
break.
bad position here. That is very
Oh.
unlucky.
FADC's coming out. Oh.
He just did a jumping one.
Oh.
So Naveed takes 2-0. Not takes it, but it is 2-0.
Yep.
So one thing Nick did towards the end of the round there, I don't agree with. I personally do it as well with Paul, because Paul has a similar throw.
Right.
But it's one of the throws that when you
Yes.
have your opponent's back to the
Yes.
wall and they break it, it switches sides.
Yes.
And the damage that you could have got weighed up against the position that you lost, I don't think the risk reward is good enough, especially in that type of situation with
does have-
Mina's wall pressure.
Yeah, it does have decent damage when they splat
It does,
against the
because it
wall.
splats on the
That's
wall,
for sure.
yeah.
But yeah, it is a shame that what you risk is being chucked there yourself. I think as a player
you have
like
to think about
Naveed,
like who you're playing.
Yeah, Naveed is very good at breaking as well.
Yeah.
So I remember, like watching matches with him and Kajeski where they just broke everything, like his Marduk versus
Yeah,
Steve.
Kajeski's very good at breaking
So many
throws as
breaks.
well. Oh yeah, I remember what you're talking about, the
Yeah, yeah.
MEO tournament.
MEO, that's
Yeah.
the name of it.
Oh, is that the JV Hi-Fi?
That's what I was talking about, the JV Hi-Fi. MEO, thank you. Yeah, Kajeski versus Naveed was an amazing
That was a
match.
great match. That was probably, I think, my favorite match of the year.
I'd agree. 2019, favorite match.
Kajeski really pushed Naveed there.
A lot of aggression coming out from Naveed here.
A lot of jumping over mids.
A lot of jumping all over, wimbly bimbly all across the place.
Oh,
the
kills him
wall
with
damage.
the wall damage.
Good use of that. Tree's definitely not out of this yet. I think he's made a few adjustments of his own here. Nice.
Gets hit by the full charge focus attack. Drops the combo, but it doesn't matter because he's already done like 50 damage anyway.
Oh, shame that didn't connect.
That was some funky back one.
Getting
And
some
he's
weird-
just fallen on the floor there.
What is happening?
What?
What is this?
And he
What is
disrespects
this?
it! Oh my goodness, that's what
The
you have to do
master.
against Naveed sometimes.
That's what you have to do. Create chaos and master it.
Yeah, just do something dumb.
That's right.
And sometimes it will work.
Yeah, I think right there, Nick just mastered the chaos. He just made chaos.
What is
and just
going
went
on
with
with these switch-ups?
it. Yeah, we get
Cross-ups, I believe they're called.
Yeah, cross-ups. Yeah, they're we're getting
I'm going to duck that.
folks all over the place.
Good readjustment.
Good. He could
Wow,
just
back
stay
one
ducking
punish. That was very good. 1-1 counter hit,
there. Yep,
and that's it.
that's that round.
Now Nick's still 2 rounds up to 1. Let's see if he can take this round and take it to a fourth game, sorry.
Yeah, this game is definitely looking much better for him than the first two.
Miss
Oh,
input,
yep.
good punish.
Good patience, waiting.
If you're not launching that, then you should not be playing Tekken.
Well, I guess I shouldn't be playing Tekken. A few times today I was playing casuals, and yeah, I just like to jab it out of the air and just get a float.
Oh
combo.
yeah, yeah, I remember doing that.
Yeah, but you're
You
right.
get, you get a bit
best
too
to be-
eager.
Best to be patient and get the full launch like Friendly Tree did just then. Well done with the patience.
Down 2-1 counter hit.
Against the
I
wall.
believe he's going to
this
go for
might
the
be
rage
it.
out here.
Oh!
He's missed it, but he just resplayed anyway.
Oh!
Good
Oh!
dick jab, great dick jab there.
That cost Naveed that game, that mistake there, but Friendly Tree happy to take that. And managed to stay alive there that little bit longer to close it out. Far out.
While standing 2 just by itself.
I think just caught him stepping there, like predicted his step. High
Everything's
wall
hitting
splat.
at the moment.
Sure, he could have got a bit more off that.
Another back one. Off axis at the wall.
Wow. Oh,
Cross
in the
up
back.
4-3.
The cross up. Oh, that's some very nice guaranteed damage.
Will he get the balcony break? Yes, he will.
Yep, there it goes.
3 hits. And the guaranteed tackle.
Wow.
This has
That-
just been a series of
That combo
very
just
good
turned,
reads.
that completely turned this round around.
Yeah. That was an optimized
Oh.
combo there. Not only did he get the balcony break, the wall damage, but he also got a guaranteed tackle, which put you in a great position.
Yeah, and
Nick
also
didn't respect it, so he got hit.
yeah, and then predicting that Nick would stay on the ground and hit him with the downfall.
Yeah.
Oh,
The ultimate tackle.
oh, come on. This is a match point for Naveed. Nick getting some pressure back, getting the momentum back onto his side. Oh, doesn't let it rip, luckily.
I think that was while
Luckily
standing
it's true.
2, so that's a punish. I can never tell the difference between while standing 2 and downfall 2.
Right. Oh,
Nice stagger into the
Nice.
knee. You
Very
always
nice.
want to duck that, and it always hits.
yep. A lot of pressure
Up
on
4-1 over,
on
down
Tree to
4.
play well here, though. He can't lose a single round, and he's got to take a whole 2 rounds in this game and a whole 3rd game.
Don't remind him of that.
Can he hear us?
I doubt it. And if you can, sorry, Nick.
don't want to psych you out here.
This is
There we
probably
go.
it. It's not.
Not
It's
quite.
not it.
Dodge that fireball. Oh, gonna have to play safe here. Can't afford to get punished for anything. There we go.
Great fireball keep out to take
Yeah,
the
the
game.
defensive fireball keep out. Very
Excellent
solid
Tekken
choice.
7 mechanic.
Sensing a bit of a concern for the
The direction of Tekken.
direction of Okumura in Tekken and his
Well-
fundamental play.
He's here now, and he's been here for a while, so there's not much
Yes.
we can do about it.
He's an OG
I
Tekken
do
7 character.
prefer that in the next game that there's not going to be as many Mina characters.
I think we will probably lose a lot of the roster in the next game.
Yeah.
A lot of the guest characters, especially. I mean, it probably cost them a pretty penny to get a lot of them in the first place. But yeah,
I just don't like the application of Okumura in Tekken.
yeah,
I don't mind Geese. Geese Season 1 with the dick jab guarantee stuff I didn't like, but now that they've changed him, he gets a lot of damage,
yeah.
and I guess you can argue against that, but I think the character on a whole just plays much more Tekken than Akuma does.
Right.
I mean, he's not jumping over your mids
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, I think that Okuma is a bit like characters like Lei and Eddie, where he creates a style of play that you need to play against.
Yeah, you have to. You have to stifle.
That's
it.
right. You can't just throw out things that he's going to be able to jump over.
Yeah.
You need to kind of predict whether he's going to do something like a Lei lying down or like Okuma jumping. And if he is doing that, you need to be either be backing up so you can hit him out of the air, or not have him end up behind you. Even run forward to end up under him and behind him.
Yeah, that is an option.
Which I don't think I've seen just about anyone do that, is to run under Akuma's flips.
Probably not at the Rambo. I remember seeing a Pakistani do it, I think.
Yeah, there are definitely cam strategies against him, but I think just like with a lot of other characters, it sometimes can be very frustrating until you've gone and had that kind of matchup experience against them. Because that's the other thing, is even if you know it, it's another thing to do it in the middle of the game.
Groundman opting for the polka dot blue chair for a better positioning with his stick. It is kind of awkward to sit on those chairs because of the sides.
Yep.
So this should be peak Brownman now that he's on the right chair.
Yep. You think that'll level him up a bit?
So you've got Brownman with the blue polka dot chair and Rami with the stick at the correct height on the table. They're like the legendary players.
Awesome. No, so which game are we at here? This is the...
It's one of them.
It's one of them, definitely. Losers semi-final.
Loses 7. So they'll play Tree.
The winner of this will play Tree in a
So there we go,
losers final.
Tree. Guaranteed third again.
Nice. He definitely gets up there. He's a very solid player.
He does. The way you said that made it sound like he's promiscuous or something.
He gets around.
He sure gets up there.
Really gets around. Oh, the
There's the tracking of 4-2-3.
The
Very
classic-
annoying move to deal
classic
with.
hard sheet pressure after the forward, forward, forward. The axe kick.
No punish.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Excellent.
opted to use it like cross frames instead of a punish, I guess.
I think he just didn't react to it. It's hard because he has to electric it as well.
Right, true. He doesn't have like standard kind of options.
Heihachi against the wall, very scary because the 1-1 will wall splat.
Oh!
And there's that tracking.
That
Don't even
was-
try to step left against my electric, sir.
Yep. I think he maybe waited just the right amount of time.
You have to
Working out
time the
very well
steps,
for him.
really. It's
Yeah,
very difficult to step in neutral because you have to have your opponent's timing.
that's right. If you,
Nice
if you
punch,
step
Barry.
and then they start their electric, it'll be on target.
Yeah. Very consistent punish for forward 4-2. Not a lot of characters have that.
Very true.
Back one into while standing 2.
Oh, the charge.
Tried the power crush. Did not have enough health.
Not enough health to live through that. Groundman going with the do nothing option.
Brownman has adopted that particular string off a Heihachi player he played, I believe, in Japan and Korea when he was there the other
1-2-4?
month. I don't know. I think it is 1-2-4. The third hit has a counter hit property.
Yeah.
So I think it's just one of those things that you can throw out every now and then and hoping someone gets counter hit by.
Yeah. Hope that someone thinks that you're done with your string and tries to challenge,
Yeah.
to push a button. Oh, I think he's trying to go for a bit of a. There we go.
Ball pressure. Nice electric.
Again, that was a deep dash.
His execution with the wave dash and the electrics is just excellent.
Yeah, very well practiced, that's for sure.
It's very scary when you have a Mishima player that can control the character.
Yes. Yes. When they can throw it out cleanly and when they can keep the pressure on you, chase you up for that.
Nice
Oh,
Great conversion,
Getting
gets the
him in the
guaranteed
side.
full crash down for 2.
yeah. Getting him in the side for a whole bunch of damage.
No duck on the punch parry. Hits him again with the electric. That
double
does a
electric.
decent chunk of damage. Opts for the Oki.
Oh! Whoa!
Oh, does it down
What
back
was
2.
that? That looked almost like a cross-up. It seemed
Yeah,
like
I don't know what happened there.
yeah, the 4-4-2
think it was.
ended up behind Kajeski. I think Kajeski couldn't actually block that.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah.
David cheering on his friend Brownman
And teammate.
and teammate, yes.
Yeah. Both representing Kanga.
Kajeski representing Mr. Dash.
Oh,
Sidestep left.
that was probably a good option with how off-axis that combo was.
Yeah, he does like doing that because it gives you
Yeah.
guaranteed Oki.
Yeah, gets you good Oki and makes sure you don't drop it.
I think Kajeski was about to punish that and realized it was -10, so he opted for a mix-up.
Kajeski not letting off the gas just
Good
yet.
side switch. It's always... Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great whiff punish.
I think that's what Groundmen was going for earlier, where he whiffed that throw. He was against the wall. He was trying to get even the break to get him out of there.
It's a great option because you have to, in order to stop someone from doing that, you just have to hard read a duck. And you don't particularly want to just hard read a duck against the wall.
Yeah.
Sorry, with there back to the wall. Oh, the delayed works.
Well, both of them slowing it right down, trying to see what the other will do.
Oh, it's Chip's favourite position.
Oh!
Down 2 crushes the punch parry.
My God. That was crazy. The both of them, it almost felt like they were both choking or something, or they were both just wanting to kind of see what would happen if they just did nothing. Very kind of tense gameplay. Haji.
Good duck.
Whoa.
He just stepped it
Stepped
to
it.
the right.
Yeah.
He's got the punch parry.
The Oki coming up.
Oh, he just does not care. Cashed in entirely.
Yep.
It was either him dead or Kajeski dead, and
Yep.
Kajeski lost.
Yep. Yeah, if Kajeski had guessed right and stood up to block the second and third hit,
Pepino.
you know,
The consistency of that punish is crazy. It does not look like it's going to hit, but it
Yeah.
does.
this is looking like it'll be Kajeski's game.
Full
Groundmen got a
takedown,
lot of ground to
4-4.
cover to bring this back.
Good
There it
duck,
is.
good duck.
Good duck and punish.
That could have been scary.
Yeah.
Well, it was, but he just chose the right option.
Yep. Yeah, I think Kajeski there. Steve's got some very good, a very good while standing punisher with that move. Good
Yeah.
range, good speed. Good block. Kajeski there slowing it down at a good time. I think that he was about to put it looked like he was about to put the pressure on, but instead he just stopped and ducked low. Caught that Haji, punished it.
Groundman using a lot of lows now. I think he's really just showing Kajeski that despite him blocking so many of them, he's going to keep doing them to make
Yeah.
him think.
That's right. Just because you blocked it doesn't mean I'll stop doing it.
Yeah, you can't play that game.
Well, because if you do that, then they know what you're doing.
Yeah, and you're
clearly.
limiting yourself.
Yeah. You're now very limited. I like that. A little dash up into the axe kick. Ooh. Could have sworn Brownman was going to push a button.
Oh, wrong move. Okay, down for again.
Good range
He's
on
really
that.
just letting rip with these. And he's pushed him towards the wall here.
Yeah.
Just keep moving his way out.
Yeah, Kajeski just turned that around,
He's
stepped out.
delayed it, but he gets the punch. And again, a down back
Oh.
3-2.
Oh, the down two.
He's done that twice. The last 2 times back 1-2 punish.
Yeah.
He's opted for the down back 3-2. I don't believe it's actually back dashable, so you have to guess.
The down 2-1 from Steve, a fantastic move to close it out with. I mean,
Yeah, it's a great
the
move.
natural hit damage. after the low.
Excellent punish.
Wow.
Forward 3 on wake up, gets
So
the
much
counter
damage.
hit. A brown man combo.
Good pressure tool.
Quarter circle forward 2. Spent the rage. This is going to be very difficult now.
Oh,
Nice forward 4. Oh, he's ducked. Great performance by Kajeski there. He got hit by a lot of things, but he didn't get hit by enough things that really mattered in the end.
yep. So that's our losers semi-final. Losers final will be Friendly Tree versus Kajeski.
Friendly Chi versus Kajeski.
That'll be an interesting match. And that'll be as it's a final, that'll be a first to 3 as well.
Man, commentating's pretty tiring. Not gonna lie. I don't know how people do it for like 12 hours straight.
Yeah.
It is also fun though.
I find it very impressive, like the folks like Aris and other commentators who can go for that long. Tekken World Tour commentators, of course, themselves. I mean, they're just there for hours and hours.
I see why they have their catchphrases.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to fill the air otherwise.
It gives you something to throw out there. It gives you something to just like,
Womp, womp,
I don't know what
womp,
to say.
womp.
Yeah, I'm just going to blomp.
I don't have anything to say, so it's womp time.
Yeah, no, definitely a lot of respect for them. I mean, I remember there's some points in the Tekken World Tour where there was just huge amounts of dead air where they're waiting for matches to get set up.
And they just have to make conversation.
Yeah, that's all they can do. Just sit there talking about nothing for like 20 minutes or longer. Impressive stuff. So Nina versus...
You want if I replace one of you for the final game?
Yeah, it's fine.
Nina versus Steve, let's go. Tree likes that little backflip, I think.
Jesse has chosen a different custom. I wonder why.
Going for the fancy jacket. Good duck. Oh, the back one catches him. Very clean play from Kajeski.
Just all frame traps there. That's why knowing frames is good sometimes.
For sure. It's definitely...
Back one into duck.
That was a good block as well on the random low there.
Mina has her own back one, not quite as good as Steve's, but it serves its purpose.
That forward 3 catching people on the ground, it's got good range.
Yeah, it does. That was a good break. He was mid-bug. There's the Kajeski. That's what I'm talking about. Every time he blocks a stagger low, 95% of the time he's going to launch it.
Nice. Nice. It's not that easy with Steve.
You definitely have to think more.
Yeah. But the also that wipe the floor, that move from Mina, a lot of people get caught by that, but I think Kajeski's got the reactions.
I think he just has good neutral defense.
Yeah,
he's always moving and ducking in certain timings.
Oh,
that's the wall splash.
Throw against the wall.
This might be. He's not going to get the rage art. Also forward 2. Nice read that he would stay down.
Yeah.
He doesn't really want to get up there and block the rage drive because again it's almost 50-50.
Yeah, I think Kajeski smelt a little hint of hesitation and just really capitalized on it.
It's natural in that position. Really.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in for Tree. Up against the wall, running out of health. There we go. It's a guaranteed follow-up. Poke low. In the back.
Get the launch. This should kill for sure.
I think so. Downstairs.
Maybe? Yeah.
Maybe. unless he whiffed or something. That for sure. Tree getting a lot of mileage out of that knife chop.
Never pay attention to the background on the stage. It's like a massive cathedral.
Yeah, it's quite aesthetic.
I sort of want to fight out there where the statue is.
Yeah. Someone should make a mod. Oh, Tree.
It hit.
Tree looked like he had that round.
He's got Pepino'd.
Oh, he's
down forward 1-2, natural.
Oh my God.
On hit.
Kajeski robbing that round. I thought that was going to be Tree's for sure.
Nice. Low parry.
To the wall again. Position that Tree's going to want to get out of.
Gatling gun.
Tree putting in a lot of work to chip some damage down, but it didn't take him very far, sadly.
That is definitely a misinput. Temi Flaps is not here today, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought maybe it was a bit of a YOLO option. You know, I'm a game up. I'm 2 rounds up in this game too.
Well, if it was, it was a bad option.
Let's go with misinput. That little peekaboo poke. Good
nice
parry.
low parry. Nick does like to use down 2 a lot to start offense because Jesse has his timing on the lows.
Wipe the floor, gets him this time. The follow-up. Oh, again.
Back 1-2 wall splat.
Again with the...
He's missed the Gatling again.
Oh.
Very well played from Jesse.
Yeah, very clean, very, very tidy. And
Nick not taking any time to think about it.
no, he's ready to go back in. But,
Judging by the look on his face, doesn't look like he's that ready. I wish he had taken some time.
yeah, I think Kijeski got a lot of mileage off the shove throw there.
Yeah,
getting 2 wall splats from it. Oh, good duck. And like you said, it's about making those choices after the duck was received, and he chose well again.
Albatross 2 catching him.
Going for some good Oki options there, Tree, but Kijeski being patient enough to stay on the ground and made him out.
Kijeski's just being remorseless at the moment.
Yeah.
Back one hits.
Oh, Friendly Tree fighting back, throwing out some very dangerous things here.
2 quarter circle forward ones to carry. Good wall damage.
Oh,
and he gets
got
the
him.
back sway, 1+2.
Decisive round for Tree. There it is,
Up forward 1 crush.
crushing that low. Oh, cross up. Good block.
That is actually launch punishable that low, but it's a good punish nonetheless.
Still solid damage off of that punish.
Good duck. Great duck.
Nice, nice.
He required that patience there. Wow. Catching him with back 1-2.
Oh, good duck. Good launch. Getting him to the wall. He's got rage drive.
I personally don't know what's happening here, but it's a lot of chain throw damage, that's for sure.
That's huge damage.
Down back 3. More mix up.
Whoa! Whoa! That was insane.
The
That
high
was insane.
extension did not work out for him at all there.
That fast follow-up after Mina's rage drive. Kijeski knew exactly when to
Again,
duck.
back 1-2 into down back 3-2. This has been a staple. Delayed while sending 1-2. Catching him again.
Oh!
Steps
Good
it.
step.
Good readjustment.
Good adjustment.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Shame. Kijeski turtling up, not willing to give this away.
He's given his position away, but he's got a
Didn't
counter
matter.
here.
Doesn't matter, he's going to get to the... Oh, I thought he was going to get to the
Wipe
balcony.
the floor. She's missed.
Oh!
And
Oh! I wanted to see another few games of that. That was good.
in the background, I hear Chip's voice, distant, saying, Pepino, Pepino. All right, I'm going to let Brown Man back in on commentary now. I apologize for the lack of quality that's about to come in my place, but I hope you enjoy it otherwise. Thank you very much.
Brown Man happily not hearing that.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. No, he said he apologizes for the lack of quality that's about to be replaced with. He's just taking a no, nothing horrific. Don't worry.
I'm sure, like, I trust you guys.
No worries. How you going, Brown Man?
Oh, not bad. Just sleepy. I need food. I think I got a slight headache.
Yeah.
I think I want to call it a day already.
Yeah, you ready to finish up
I'm
already?
ready to finish up. I need some food. I haven't eaten since yesterday. Someone offered me a Red Rooster nugget before, and it was like, my precious. I was like, I need this and like you did nutrients to get me through.
The golden precious.
So you, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, all we've got now is our grand final. We have Kijeski versus Naveed coming up.
And
Exciting times.
I hope we don't see a Steve Miro. I saw enough of those everywhere.
Everywhere.
Literally everywhere ever.
You mean with your recent overseas travels, or?
Yeah. Like, well, ISF finals were
Yeah.
Steve mirrors, but it wasn't even a first to 3. It was like first to 5, and I'm like, this is really high level stuff. I appreciate it, but like, come
But it's
on, man.
Steve.
I want, yeah. It's like, come on, man. And I was traveling with like alchemists and stuff too, you know, Steve.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So we got Kojeski on his not so preferred side, P2, and Naveed doesn't care.
Yeah, Naveed, happy to play on either side, I'm sure. Is he really hovering over Leroy?
All right, let's see what he does with this.
Where's he going with this?
So how have the last few matches been?
Our last few matches have been pretty crazy. Like Kijeski has been, I think, playing very solid all the way through up here. His game against Tree just then was pretty decisive in his favor.
Weird stuff happened though.
Yeah, like I think, like you're saying, Steve just has a lot of good ways to put the momentum back in his favor.
Yeah.
Like he pokes you down, he'll get a really solid kind of splat against you. Strong character.
Oh, we're going to see some Brian. Okay.
Yeah, and Kajeski's fundamentals are top notch. Like his
Oh, yeah,
ability
definitely.
to quickly duck under the highs and yeah, adjust his timing on his lows and step. Very good stuff.
Definitely. And actually, fun fact, Kojeski, or Mr. Kojeski, actually used to be a Brian main in Tag 2.
Oh, really?
Little do people know. And I remember the first time he brought out Steve in a tournament. Like, he came to a tournament, he didn't come much back then. He brought out Steve, and he was struggling so hard. But
Right.
now to see where he is, you know, you got to keep with the character sometimes.
That's
Helps
right.
if your character's like top, one, but not anymore, but
You call him a bit of a tier favorer.
No, he stuck with it. He stuck with Steve regardless of what happened. So, I'll give him that.
Yeah. Brandon just helping fix up the display, I think, there.
Champion.
There we go. I haven't seen much of Naveed's Brian, so this is pretty interesting to me.
Yeah, he used to bring it out from time to time. Forward 2. Yep. He used to bring it out from time to time at the Rambats earlier on.
Right.
I think before a lot of players came into the scene.
Right, yep.
And it used to be often Tin versus Naveed
Right.
grand finals back then.
Yeah, we saw Tin come out just recently, the other Rambat, but not today. Interesting to see more of him again soon.
You might see a bit more of him soon.
Yeah, it'd be good to see. Always good to see more people coming out. I was saying earlier, we've had a lot of new faces today, a lot of, and not necessarily new players, good players coming out we haven't seen for a while.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and some coming out from as far as South Australia, WA.
Who?
We've got Dookie T from.
Oh no, he's staying
SA.
here for a while.
Yeah,
he's
come out.
Yes, for 6 months he's staying
Yeah.
here. So he just did that in Sydney. So I'm assuming he's here for work. He does
Yeah.
hospitality, so he gets to stay some places.
Yeah, always happy to see new faces.
Oh yeah, yeah. Most people haven't heard of him before.
No, I hadn't heard of him. I was very surprised to see that he beat Gummo in the first round. I was like, oh wow,
That
who's
was
this guy?
He's good. Oh, very nice punish.
Nice.
So what do you think Kojeski has to do to make this one back? What changes could be made?
Well, I think I've been paying a bit too much attention to our conversation.
Oh my!
I'll watch the game a bit more. Yeah, I think that in this situation with Brian, it's always difficult because whenever this is a walled stage, you got to really kind of decide whether you're going to get up or not.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he can hurt you either way. So I think that's going to be something that will be a big factor in how well Kajeski does against Naveed here.
Ooh.
Oh, very good job sidestepping the orbital there. Getting a little bit of mileage off that.
And I've noticed even myself when I play Brian, I always forget that he has that new while standing 2-1 punish. Like, it's amazing. It's like it completely changes what he's able to do because a lot of characters, you could just throw stuff out. Like say Heihachi, for example, against Brian, you could just do down forward 1-2 whenever you want it. What's he going to do? While standing 3? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, so now he's got a big wall splatting punish, so it's like you got to be careful.
Nice, yeah. I haven't actually noticed that much. Since Blind swapped to Paul, I haven't played a lot of other Brians. I haven't seen much of his Season 3 stuff.
Well, you'll see
happening.
a clinic here from Chandan Y.
Yeah.
He actually, a couple years ago, I'm not sure if a lot of people were in the scene again that are here now.
Good
Ooh,
combo.
We're going to see a taunt.
Carried
Look at
that
this
all the
flashy
way.
Taunt dance.
Oh!
Oh, my God. All right, very nice. He so Naveed actually went through that more or less the entire tournament with just Brian.
Right.
And so he was touted internationally as a Brian player. He's like, no, it was just that day. It's just like, that was it. So he just felt like, oh yeah, I'll play Brian for this event.
What
That
tournament was that?
Bam.
Bam.
Yeah, he
So
beat
everyone's
Rangchu,
like,
he
oh, this
beat-
Brian player is really good.
Yeah, yeah. And on the
it's like, I don't play
TWT, he
Brian.
was put as a Brian. Yeah. So he beat Rangchu, he beat Yamasa. Oh, didn't get the combo. He beat Yamasa Yu.
It's a tough combo, that one.
He went pretty close with Ni.
Very nice.
He beat a lot of people.
No wonder people took notice of that.
Oh, yeah.
But hilarious.
Oh,
double
my-
taunt. What is that?
This man.
What is that?
He's feeling himself.
I think so.
He wants Kojeski to feel that knee. Like,
Yeah.
geez.
He's like, look what I can do.
Yeah. Shannon White very comfortable right now, but sometimes that can be your downfall. You may make
can be. He might
a few
take-
extra mistakes.
He might take some big risks that aren't necessary and then maybe hand it back. But
Yep.
at the moment, he's playing very solidly.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. That's pretty interesting. So at
Right.
that range, it may not have hit properly, and the
Right.
timing may have been slightly delayed. So Chand, he did quarter circle back 2 because Kojeski will instinctively duck, expecting a forward forward 2.
Right, yeah.
So most likely Chand and White did that too. Okay, he's going to duck.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can hit confirm because if he doesn't duck, I can just stop at the first
Right.
move, right?
Sounds, like
very-
sounds like a good prediction there.
Yeah,
where
very
he's-
smart
yeah,
play. These players, man, that's why they're in grand final. Super
Yeah.
clutch.
exactly.
Oh, rage drive, win button coming out. Oh, okay.
The snakehead.
But even he laughed about it. Jesus.
Even Kajeski laughed. What a way to end the grand final.
Oh, that was whoa, that was it.
I feel like I
Bro, I
missed.
thought that was like game 2.
I feel like I missed. I mean, you were saying you wanted to get out of here. You got
I
your
did.
wish.
I'm pretty okay. All right.
Thank you guys for listening to us on stream.
All right. See you guys soon. Thanks
See
for
you
tuning
soon.
in. Bye bye.